Boy, 300 point modern. Come join me on Twitch. And I love that I start every stream talking about promoting the stream. Whoop, 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 whoop. Alright. And our finishing touches. Most complicated HeroClix team and 300 point modern. I think that's pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. So let's go ahead and post this. See if we got anybody watching. Let me go to my stream thing. Video producer, whatever it's called. Not video producer. Stream manager. There we go. There we go. All right, everybody. Trying to stream more consistently. Oh, let me update the stream info. Building. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay. So yeah, we are going to put the finishing touches on the Avengers team today. I've been going back and forth. I've been working over the past week. As you guys know, last week I started building Avengers, not thinking I was actually going to play it. Thinking long-term Avengers, and then you know what? Something inside me told me, Alex, play Avengers in the Coffee and Clicks tournament. And you know what? I'm not one to turn those voices down. That's what that sounded weird. I'm not one to say no in that scenario. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to play this team. I've tried it out a few times, and I'm not actually done building it, and that's what we're going to finish tonight. I've got most of the build done. We're going to work on some packages, and we'll go through what I have built so far. And yeah, we'll kind of take it from there. I'm really enjoying doing these live streams because I like interacting with you guys. I like letting you guys see what is going on in my head as I team build, because goodness knows there's a lot that goes on in my head while we team build. But if you have any questions about the team, anything like that, feel free. I got the chat up. I'll be checking on it periodically. So I am running, and let me adjust this a little bit. I'm a little off. Look at this. Look, I'm off a little bit. Tisk, and I call myself a graphic designer at times. So I am playing Avengers themed team with double Steve Rogers. This is by far the most complicated team in HeroClix. I wasn't lying. I wasn't trying to pep everybody up to come to the stream. It is by far the most complicated team, I feel like, in Modern. Switch out requires you to have so many different packages and figure out who's replacing who, and I can't think of another complicated team like this. Like X-Men has a lot of options, but most of them are straightforward. Same with Hellfire Club, Brotherhood. Fantastic Four is just Fantastic Four, so that's pretty easy. It's mostly just the Avengers has Steve, and Steve is what really throws things off. That and Avengers really doesn't have a lot of pieces to build with. A lot of good pieces to go. It's a good team, good pieces, just not a lot of like low points, or flexibility. So you really have to get creative. So I ultimately decided that the team is going to be, if you can see it here, we've got Captain America at 40. We've got Captain America at 75. Steve Rogers at 50. Another Steve Rogers at 50. Venom Magneto. So last time I did one of these, I think I was still on Chip at 35. Which Chip is good. Clearly very, very good. He provides TK, prob, carries all the people, and he drops the whatever it's called, there's not the stop sign, whatever that stupid thing is, the thing that gives ESD to everybody. Catcher's mitt. He drops the catcher's mitt for everybody. So he was good, but then I was talking to PJ about it, and he suggested Venom Magneto. And the more I sat there with Venom Magneto, the more I realized, Venom Magneto gives me options that I did not have before. He can only carry 4 people. I get that. He's the same cost as Chip. Less clicks, but he does have a leadership. Actually, I just realized he has the leadership. I don't know why I didn't realize that before, so that's good. He has super senses, so maybe a little bit more durability. Energy shield deflection, so he's an 18 from range. But it's that TK and free TK that really just make this team, it gives the team alpha potential. Because that now means I can power TK Black Widow up, carry Venom Magneto up, and then free TK her further, which gives Chase Widow, Captain Marvel, almost anybody full map reach. And then the leadership thing, just leadership when Venom Magneto uses it and succeeds, you may instead remove an action token from another friendly character with the monster keyword. I don't think I have anybody with monster, so I'm not playing Lockjaw. I battled with that, and let me explain why. I really considered playing this Lockjaw. This Lockjaw is amazing. If you listen to Critical Clicks or even, we've mentioned it on Clickstuff. This is an incredible dial for 30 points. 8 clicks for 30 points. If he shares a keyword, anybody adjacent can mastermind to him. That's huge. Huge. And he can carry 4 people if they share a keyword. And then you won't ever attack with him. But if you do, when he attacks, miss targets gain immobile until your next turn. That's neat. It says miss targets too, so if there was a way to give him Quake or something, that'd be sweet to give everyone, make everybody immobile. The key problem with Lockjaw is that he's so reliant on having the Avengers keyword. Incredibly reliant on having the Avengers keyword. That if you go against a Venom Doom, that would be sweet. If you go against a Doom team, Doom the Annihilating Conqueror specifically, Doom the Annihilating Conqueror will actually take away your keywords. At the beginning of the game, opposing characters lose all keywords not printed on their cards. If 1+ keywords are lost this way, Doom the Annihilating Conqueror has Cosmic Energy. You might not think that's that big of a deal, but that means Lockjaw loses Avengers, and that means nobody can mastermind to them unless they share Animal, Fantastic Four, and Inhumans, and I don't think anybody on my team has all of those, or any of those, to be honest. I might have someone with Fantastic Four, but definitely not Inhumans, because nobody plays Inhumans, and definitely not Animal. I don't have any animals on my team. So, that's why I kind of cut him. It's too much of a risk. I thought about raising I could get the team up to a 7. Because it also works, though, if you go first. Because if you go first, then you could do your switch out and then say the beginning of the game effect for Annihilating Conqueror activates. So the chance that it doesn't work is when a Doom team goes first. And a Doom team usually has probably about +7, +8. So it's pretty much a toss-up, and that's not good. Now, I've mentioned this before. I think Doom teams are still incredibly good, but they're just not being played nearly as much. I think they are entering what I have called the beta meta, which is where you have a bunch of meta figures that have been around so long, people are tired of playing them. That's very easy that's to sum it up. So for Dooms specifically, they are entering that phase where it's just they aren't being played as much. They're still super effective. 75 points, you can't get much better utility out of them. But I'm not expecting to see a ton. I think during the Worlds tournament that we saw from the broadcast, there was probably 20 to 30%. But now I think that'll go down to probably 10%. I was someone who was playing them, so I know the number will go down. I don't think more people are playing. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So I dropped Lockjaw, decided I'm just going to go back to Prime Marvel, Captain Marvel. He's just too good. He's a great secondary attacker, energy explosion, pen psi. He just protects your whole team and increases range. Like, he's just too good. Just way too good. So that's my main team. The main team is Captain America 40, Captain America 75, 2 Steve Rogers, Venom Magneto, Captain Marvel. 300 points. Pretty simple. And you might be saying, how's this complicated? Well, I don't want to actually play 75 points Captain America or 40-point Captain America or the 250 points. Like, I don't want to play those either, to be honest. I mean, they're okay. It'll take them forever to die, but nah. So let's take a look at the sideline that I have. Let's see, can I get to it from here? Yeah. So this is my current sideline. I have made 2 adjustments today with my switch outs. My goal with this team is to have at least, I'm probably going to end up with probably about 10 to 12 packages. 10 to 12 variations of switching out to get the pieces that I need in. And that's a lot. That's a lot of packages. I'm at 6 or 7 right now. But I know of some I need to do, and that's what we're going to do tonight. But as of right now, I have Superior Spider-Man. The reason for Superior Spider-Man, he is never going to see the field outside of the beginning of the game. The point of Superior Spider-Man is he starts the game with the Waldo Arms, so you just switch him in, he starts the game, and then you switch him out. And so Waldo Arms is now in your starting area, and it is free. So he makes almost every team, every package that I have a couple packages out here without Waldo, just because the points didn't line up exactly how I wanted. Wolverine is the OP Wolverine. So it is the one from Empire. It is this one, 100, 60, and 30. He's incredible. If you don't have one, which I do have one, he's really, really good. Like, incredibly good for 60 points. And okay at 30. You probably won't ever play him at this point. That's just a little too much. 40 points for 3 clicks, I'll do 3 clicks for 30, 6 clicks for 60. That's pretty good, because he starts with Charge, Flurry, and Stealth. Couldn't ask for a better one. And then at the beginning of your turn, you heal in 1 click and roll a d6, and you can heal an additional 1. Well, on most of my team matchups, everyone's got Avengers, and then Venom Magneto has X-Men. So as long as I can keep him adjacent, he'll probably heal 3 clicks a turn. If I roll the 4 or 6. So giving him Waldo Arms is somewhat of a priority. I don't mind him with Waldo Arms. I like Captain Marvel or Chase Widow better, but if I have Chase Widow and I want some good attacks in, then I might do Waldo Arms on 60-point Wolverine. That's pretty solid. And Stealth is king right now. Stealth is king. The other benefit to Wolverine is that he's at 160 and 30. And that's big because 160 and 30 is the sweet spot. You know, you could choose any of those when you are when you're doing your switch out. You could choose any of them because it says you have to choose a distinct starting line or choose one of their starting lines. And in the new rules, that could be any of these. So that's sweet. I don't know about you, but that's sweet. At least to me. So we're sitting at Songbird is next. Songbird's your stealth buster. If you haven't seen it, I mean, it's Songbird. She's your stealth buster. Not stealth buster, barrier buster. Why did I say stealth? Barrier buster. So she has her barriers free, but only generate one marker, then remove all blocking terrain markers adjacent to the generated marker. So she puts down a little barrier, and then it destroys all the other barriers. Plus, you know, the pulse wave's not bad. You could use it to turn off certain effects. Actually, I don't know if it actually... Does it turn off emotional modifier? I don't think it turns off equipment. It ends all durations of things. Actually, I hadn't really thought about that, whether it just turns off emotional modifier. Like free, choose one of the following to last until you choose again. I honestly don't know. I think it does turn it off, but I would have to check. So Songbird's pretty big. Songbird's also good because you have the 60 and 30. Hey, Hypertime. Hypertime hero. 60 and 30. Songbird's good. Chase Widow, of course. She's kind of the default. She's what you're building towards. Daredevil's back on the team. I actually took Daredevil off last time because I needed 2 20-point figures, but now that he's back on. Shifting Widow is purely for Thanos and Bat Doom, but mostly for Thanos. Captain Marvel, she's just a better attacker. I like the idea of rolling a 6 on Waldo and being able to hypersonic, attack, move through hypersonic, attack, deal 1 pen, free attack with Waldo arms, drop Chewie, 2 more flurries, or 2 more attacks. Like that sounds solid to me. Yeah, you're going to need Black Widows. I just need the one. The others would be nice, but I have no room for them because I have 2 Steves. One's enough. And the one that I have is the first one. The one that you need. If Black Widow is on a theme team, which she is, opposing characters can't use improved target abilities to target her or adjacent friendly characters. That's all you need. Thanos now can't just hide behind blocking and shoot you. Just period. He can't use any improved targeting. And honestly, Thanos doesn't have the move and attack to do... Like, he would have... It'll throw some Thanos players off. They'll have to get a little creative because they're used to just booping in and just shooting. And so not being able to bust stealth, because I'll have a lot of stealth as well. Okay. And this also allows me to hide behind blocking and not worry about Gladiator. Because Gladiator will not have destroyed blocking. So, he needs to walk up, free mind control, then free move 6 after. Yeah, he'll have to run up and close punch me. Like, punch me to mind control me. And then free move 6 after. Which is okay. If he wants to come up and do that, that's fine. Because I also have Chase Widow who will be able to get back to him. You know what I mean? Like, she could just wipe his dial and he has no powers. So, and he'll literally have nothing but invulnerability. Not saying it's easy by any means. Not saying that at all. But it's manageable. Whereas a lot of builds, it's not manageable, unfortunately. I think a lot of people who aren't prepared for Thanos are going to be surprised. They're going to be very surprised by Thanos. And I still expect a ton of them. Also on the sideline, set Shifty, set Captain. Happy Hogan at 20, just because I need a low point one, and Hogan is pretty good. You need to hit Chase Widow to stop, and then go for this Widow. Yep. Now against Thanos, and I don't know if I'm too loud. I might need to turn myself down a little bit. With Thanos, I'm not activating the 2 token. If you roll below a 4, you can't re-roll. I'm not activating that. Because there's no point, honestly. Because even if he rolls a 3 or a 4, he starts with a 13. So he very well could still hit things. So I'd rather save those tokens for me to either pop out an initiate or to wipe his powers. I'm going to need them mostly to wipe his powers. Now, the newest addition that I'm still building with, and we're going to build with it here in just a second, is Peggy. I got this from Joe Alves and PJ. They both suggested it. I can't do what Joe does. Joe has Peggy and then switches, so Peggy, remember, creates a Becky Barnes at the beginning of the game, when she starts the game. Let me go to her real quick. Doop-a-doop. When Peggy starts the game, generate a Becky Barnes bystander, which Becky is solid. Yeah, it gets 2 pogs. Yep. 8, 11, 18, and 2, so 12 for 3. That's super solid for just a pog. And the unfortunate part with my team is I don't have room to put her in to get 2 pogs, but I could definitely get 1. And I actually have one package to where I just play her at 75. Because at 75, she does have a 19 defend. That's pretty solid. Pretty solid with some of these other pieces that I'm playing. Prime Marvel or Venom Magneto or whatever. A 19 defend will be nice. But she can be played at 70 or 50. So there are packages I'm working on where I just bring her in at 50 and then switch her out. So enough talking about the individual figures. Let's look at some of these packages. This one I don't think I've actually solved yet. Yeah, so let's not look at this one. That one was, I think I was in the middle of it. So we have this, what I call the stealth wall. So the way this works is this is the team. And these are my switch out. So you can see immediately why this is one of the most complicated teams here. And I guess I could just do this also just to help to help clarify what goes to what. So I could do this. Maybe that'll make more sense. But I haven't exactly lined up who replaces for who, because I will say one thing for sure. This team is very much a high-risk team. I think it's a high reward, I hope. But it's high risk because I'm putting significantly more points than 300 points on the board. The figures are 300 points, but they're going to be worth a lot more than that because of how replacement works. So I'm going to have a Happy Hogan probably at 50 points, 30 points. I'll have a Happy Hogan at 30. I'll have a Daredevil at 40. So this one is pretty simple. I start with Captain Marvel, Prime Marvel. I guess I call them Prime Marvel and Captain Marvel. They're the same ones. I'm not switching them out on this version. Keeping both of them. I switch out the 75 point and the 50 point Steves, basically. 75 point Captain America, 50 point Steve Rogers. Gives me 125 points. I move that over to Superior, Spider-Man, and Songbird. Now, you might say that does not add up. If you look here at the bottom right, 125 to 115, and you are correct. It does not add up, and that's okay. I could be under. It just means I have less points to work with going forward. But what I was finding out is that this switch out, I was playing originally Regenesis Beast at 40 because Avengers has nothing good at 40. Literally nothing good at 40. Like an aim dude, Beast was probably the best option. 40 for some reason is just a bad number. And so I was only playing Beast on my sideline to bring Beast in, and that was it. And then I removed him the next switch out. So I figured I'd just take 10 points because I'm gaining 10 points for Waldo anyway. So I'll just take the 10-point hit if that means I get more flexibility with the rest of my build. An analogy I would use for this is think of it like Dance Dance Revolution. Work with me here. Dance Dance Revolution, you are typically when you start playing Dance Dance Revolution, you stand in the center and then you move to the sides and the front to dance, right? And that's how a beginner does it. And it's like, okay, I'm in the center, and right, like a jazzercise class. Left, front. But an experienced Dance Dance Revolution player abandons the center completely. No, not new house. I've just shifted rooms. The rooms have rotated. That my desk is over here. It was back there. Hopefully soon I'll be in the house. But, so when you get more comfortable at Dance Dance Revolution, you're no longer in the center. You're now willing to sacrifice the comfort to go out. And that's where I'm at with this team. I'm now willing to sacrifice 10 points to now move out there. So Songbird is now at 30. So Happy Hogan will be worth 40. 50. Songbird's worth 50. So that's where we're going to deal with a lot of risk. Because I'm going to have a 40-point Happy Hogan, a 50-point Daredevil, 60-point Wolverine, and a 100-point Chase Widow. Lot of points out there. To end up with this team, which I would say this is probably my default team, if I had to guess. Probably my default team. And in fact, I'll actually change the name to default. Because this gives me Chase Widow, who's super solid. Secondary attacker be Wolverine. That's 60, so he'll get the Waldo arms. I keep Prime Marvel, who, once again, super duper solid. And then I've got plenty of backup. I have... hold on. Okay, cool. I've got a 25-point Daredevil who has prob. And who on his own is actually not bad. Like, if you guys haven't looked at this Daredevil, probably one of the better 25-point figures in the game right now. Like, you might be thinking, 2 clicks. He's got stealth, ignore targeting, but 3 targets in cap, prob, flurry? That's pretty nuts. Like, that's really good. And I could give him something like, Brotherhood. Do I really want to give him Brotherhood? Maybe. It's either Brotherhood... Oh, Shield. I'd give him Shield. Duh. He'll get Shield. So that gives me +2 range. Woohoo! Gotta love it. But I got Daredevil, Happy Hogan, who's my backup taxi. And I'll show you how this works on the field here in just a second. Wolverine, 60 points, which I already said was good. Prime Marvel, who's ridiculously good. Not even safe to go. He's like 2B as far as my attackers go. He's not really the third attacker. He's as good as Wolverine. And then Venom Magneto, who gives me the alpha that I need, but also is my taxi. And so if we want, we could bop over here real quick. And I can show you a little bit about what it looks like. Let's see. I don't have Songbird now. I could switch Songbird in on this team. If there's blocking. If I need to. And if I remember correctly, I don't think this version... this version doesn't have me worry about Peggy Carter. So I haven't worried about Peggy Carter in this one. But we got Chase Widow, we've got Happy Hogan, we got Venom Magneto, We've got Captain Marvel. And we're missing Daredevil. I removed him on a previous build because I hadn't used him in a while. So let's get Daredevil. Can't believe I'm saying I'm going to bring in Daredevil. That sounds wrong with how many bad Daredevils we've had. It almost sounds wrong for me to be excited about bringing Daredevil. So the way this will work is we'll do something like this. We'll move everybody down. So the way you get the way that you get the full map reach is you give Venom, because I have no equips except for Waldo arms. So we'll say first turn I equipped Waldo arms. It'll be in Wolverine Square. Easy. So this is if I win map. So if I won map, now I'm sitting there thinking, okay, cool. I'm the best. No, I'm just playing. I'm not thinking that at all. I am thinking... so let me pull this back up. I am now going power TK first to put her up here. Yeah, if you don't go mad, that looks like it's going to die fast. Now, you'll be surprised, because remember, Prime Marvel is going to save a lot of people. I also have other variations. Don't forget that. I actually don't have any barrier on the team at all. Which I know it might be a little bit of sacrilege to not have a barrier. But honestly, I don't know if it's really needed anymore. Doesn't mean it's not good, but Avengers doesn't really have good barrier, to be honest. I have the one barrier from Songbird if I really need it. But anyway, TK up, and then Happy could carry everybody up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll say he goes here. He'll carry that. How you do with lots of barrier with this team? Well, keep in mind in this version, I could switch out Wolverine, and I have another package which has very similar pieces, but it's with Songbird. So Songbird would get rid of one wave, and then I could bust out a Widow recruit to shoot out a second one if I need to. Captain Marvel would fly up here with Daredevil and do it like this, so I'm not a dummy. And then I could free TK up, and now I have the range to just shoot whatever. And actually, I'd probably do something like this more than the other way. Yeah. Because if I remember correctly, Captain Marvel's range is 6? 6. Yeah, it's 6. Now, once again, I'm not saying this team in Avengers is just... oh my OMG, so overpowered, so non-stop, it's oppressive to the meta. It's just got a lot of cool things going for it. And I think I'll have a lot of fun playing it, and I think it could do very, very well, especially if I can get it down exactly what I want. And I already am excited for War of the Realms, because we've already seen a couple pieces that just make this team better already. And just the 2 Scott Porter videos. Make sure his line of fire can't be blocked. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really that worried about him and Chase Widow in this scenario, and I haven't practiced every scenario yet. Like, I built the packages, I haven't tested every one of them out yet. I'm not super worried about Chase Widow at this point, to be perfectly honest. Because at this point, I'm going for the alpha. Like, she can now running shot for 5, I believe, and has like a 6 range, so... she could running shot, shoot the blocking, drop a person to attack if I really wanted to. Or I could play it safe and just TK her up and just have her like right next to Prime Marvel. And just have this set up. Not on this map. This map doesn't have good, like... And that's the tricky part with the team. I get it. You have to have line of fire and stealth, and so most of my people have stealth, which is no bueno for Captain Marvel. But something like this. Like, maybe I'd move up and do this. And then if you kill Prime Marvel, which you probably will, oh well. That's 50 points, and now I have the rest of my team to just go to it. Because I don't think... and even here, though, like, if I do something like this... let me think about that real quick. Hold on. Let's see. What is her range? Her range is 6, right? Or is it 5? Common Scarlet Witch is garbage. Not garbage, but not great for everyone else. Amazing for Avengers. She is arguably exactly what Avengers needed. A taxi with TK and prop for 30 points. Okay, that's gold. That's 100% gold. I would probably I might get rid of Venom Magneto and just play her. And just have her on the sideline and have another figure out here. Chase Widow has 6, so she's up to 8 from where I'm at. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she can... I think this is as far as I could go with these guys. I think it's just 10. Yeah, she looks great. Wish top dial barrier. She would be probably OP. She would be by far too powerful at 30 points with barrier, TK, prob, and the taxi. But I'll take what I could get. So from here, I could shoot almost to a starting area. I mean, my positioning's a little whack. I could probably do a little better with this. Because, I mean, I could have Happy carry. How far did I move with him? I don't even know the values. Hold on. Because I think he's a 10 also. Yeah, he's a 10 also. So, I mean, if I positioned better... Getting up to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he couldn't even make it up here. He'd have to go back 1. Oh. But there's, you know, my positioning's a little off and I got to practice with it. But like I said, I haven't finished a team, so... But this is the potential I'm talking about. Like, the potential to be like, everyone right now is protected by Prime Marvel. You can't break line of fire from it. She has a shot to here if I wanted. And if I want to protect her and I'm more worried about her than anything else, then I would probably position a little bit better to maybe more body block with... like, if I'm more worried about her, once again, depending on the matchup, then I might do something like this. Because I don't really care about Happy. I know he's worth 50 or 40 points, whatever. I don't really care about Daredevil. They both have stealth, for what it's worth, as does she. So, I mean, this is why I originally called the team Stealth Wall. Because imagine I'm on a map that has more stealth. I mean, being able to get them, like, even just to go here or something. And I have a wall of stealth. Because think about it. Marvel versus Marvel games are weird and fun. Yeah, I'm sure they are. Especially with his energy explode with pen damage. But, you know, stealth, I think, is such a powerful trait now. Not trait, power. Because not a lot of people bust stealth. There's not a lot of stealth busters. There's a ring, sure. Ring is about to go away. Newsflash, we're about to lose at least 50 to 60% of our objects and equipment. I'll have to do the math exactly how many we're about to lose come the summer. We still got like 5 months, 6 months, so don't sweat it. But anyway, this is just package 1. Just one of many, many packages that I have. So let's look at another one real quick. And we're going to build some too, because I got to put the finishing touches on it. So these are my no Waldo ones. I built these because I was struggling a lot to build a team that required me to have Waldo arms. Because it wasn't working out for me. Having to put Superior Spider-Man in and switch them out meant I had to play a 40-point figure, and it got messy. It was really, really hard to do. So I made these two teams to say, okay, Waldo Arms is free. It's a convenience. I don't have to have it. And in these teams, there's no one that really benefits from it. To be honest, Chase Widow will probably pick it up if I had it, but she doesn't really benefit from it. The giant reach or the free close attack. But these are my two kind of quote-unquote Thanos teams, if you will. But I have two variations on them. Because Chase Widow ultimately is probably the best against Thanos. One of the better pieces. Prime Marvel is the secondary attacker in this. Because Shifty Widow can't do much. I don't even know if she has 3 damage. Let me see. Does she have 3 damage? She does have 3 damage. She has Perplex, too. Which is good. And, penetrating. She does give Daredevil... Well, he already sees through hindering, so that doesn't do anything. But these are kind of my Thanos matchups. I'm kind of torn about whether Captain Marvel would be a better matchup. There's one... I can't do Captain Marvel... Chase Widow, and Shifty Widow. There's not enough points there. By far not enough points. So if I had to guess, and I think I built a Captain Marvel version. Pretty sure I built a Captain Marvel version. So we'll skip over that. Let's see. This next one that I built is that the same one I built up here? This one has Songbird switching out, so it is slightly different. Yeah, this is where Wolverine instead of Daredevil. Which 30-point Wolverine you can't sleep on. He's still incredibly good. This was actually the first team. I just finished this right before the stream. This is my first team that I actually started getting Peggy involved. So I might actually go back to some of these and see if I can get Peggy involved. Because she's good on her own at 75. She's okay at 50. But I hadn't tried to build her to switch her in and then switch her out. Because on some of these teams right here with 75-point Cap and 50-point Steve Rogers, well, now I'll just bring in Black Widow and Peggy. Easy, probably the easiest switch I'll ever make. Because then I'll take out Peggy along with Captain America Steve. So I actually really need to redo this one. So why don't we do that now? Well, let's take a look at this, and let's see if we can redo this Waldo team. So what I do is I go out here and I say, this is what I kind of want to end up with, but let's see. So, and I just keep making more and more packages. And I was talking to one of the Clickstop patrons, Jackson, yesterday about this. Thank goodness that this first tournament I'm playing this team on is online. Because let's be brutally honest, you're not allowed notes. You can't bring notes to tournaments. You can bring a notebook and write things down, but you got to have everything in here. Which I think is bad. I think it's good in some instances, but with this switch out, I think it's bad. Because if you've played against a switch out team, a lot of the times, it just takes forever. And if it doesn't take forever, then the person switching out is playing like that ball in a cup game where they just... Which cup has the ball in it? So they're like, all right, switch this for this, this for this, and I'm like 10 times, 9 out of 10 times, I'm like, hold up, time out here. I need to know exactly who is worth how much, because that multiple man is probably not worth 10 points anymore. He's probably worth 30 Like, I just need to know exactly who. So I'm going to, hopefully, after this tournament, I'm going to design little cards for all of my packages, is what I'm thinking. And so that way, when I'm playing in person, if I'm playing this team, playing in person, I can say, all right, I'm going with this package. I'm going to hand you the card. And while I'm switching them out, you could see the card, and the card will tell you exactly who I'm switching with who. And I'm still going to visit, so you can visibly see where I'm putting all the pieces. But then that way, you also have it as a reference throughout the game. Because keeping the game state, you know, I always hate it when people say, make sure everyone's aware of what the current game state is. But that's what you're doing here. You're making sure everybody knows the current game state. And making sure everybody knows who is worth how much points is imperative. Sorry, I got off on a tangent there, but I've played so many switch-out teams, against so many switch-out teams, where it's just they rush through everything. And I'm like, hold on, whoa, slow your roll. I want to know how much everybody is. Because, you know, you can't hide that from me. You can't hide the fact that this person is worth more than this person. I have to know. Unless it was like one of those fake cable type things. But we know they don't do that. So, this is now updated because I have a 50-point figure. So now, let's see. I could change this to Shifty Widow. 75. And Steve Rogers is now Peggy Carter at 50. Now, I'm not getting rid of either of these two. So do I have enough points? I might not have enough points to make this work. Oh, I gotta add Peggy. Just kidding. I'm getting rid of Peggy. I still might not have enough points, but let's see. So this is where my handy-dandy calculator comes up. So you can see here this is worth 175. 175 divided by 3. Ooh, this might not be enough. 25, 25. Oh, no, I could do this. I think I could do this. So Chase Widow at 100. We'll say Songbird at 30, Happy at there, and then Daredevil at 25. 175. 175? Hey! Did I actually do it? So that's Chase Widow, Daredevil, Shifty Widow, Songbird, Happy Hogan, and then Prime Marvel. Hey, I did it, guys! And this gives me the Peggy, the Becky Barnes. I'll take a Becky Barnes. So yeah, let me update this. So Shifty is now first. Once again, this is why I'm saying this is by far the most complicated team. Just trying to come up with all these puzzles and solutions to puzzles. So there we go. Should put switch 2 in here. Change the colors. Make this look all nice and pretty. Voila. Easy as pie. So my whole team is worth 300 points. Though, it's not exactly true. Because as you can see, Chase Widow's worth 100. Songbird is worth 50. Daredevil is worth... I really got to toy with the idea of whether Happy Hogan is easier to kill or Daredevil's easier to kill. I assume Daredevil's easier to kill because he's only 2 clicks, but he has super senses. And he's technically worth more points. So we'll say Daredevil's worth 50, Happy Hogan's worth 35. So while I only have 300 points technically on the field, if you take out my team, you would score an additional 60, 360. How close? That's incredibly close to 400, but who cares? This is Team No Waldo, so no Waldo arms. The goal of this team would be to carry up with Happy Hogan and basically doing a stealth wall again. That's my general thoughts with this. Is like, instead of barrier, because right now barrier is good against a lot of teams, I guess, but who do you have to have barrier for? Sky Tyrant? Is he the main one? Because Sky Tyrant, I could just separate everybody out. Spread him out along my starting area, and he'll kill a couple people. Which might be enough. It's not ideal. But how many Sky Tyrants are we seeing nowadays? Probably enough. That's probably true. Probably more than enough. Alright. Alright. So we've just updated this team. It's now better than what it was before. Let's see, will it fit here? It does. And thank goodness Peggy Carter's called Peggy Carter. She wouldn't work if she was called Captain America. She would not work. As far as this other build, I don't think I can do with Peggy. Oh, it's just with Venom Mags. So yeah, I could probably do it. So if I was to update this team, I would do the same thing. Shifty Widow, 75. Peggy Carter, 50. And then add Peggy Carter down here because I don't need her to 50. Because she's okay at 50. I really need to add her to this list. But she's okay at 50. Like, that's alright, right? You might think she'll just die, but she does have Living Legend, so she won't die. She's got like a stop click. But, you know, it's not amazing at 50. I would rather have someone else at 50. So we know that this is 190. So we know we have at least Chase Widow at 100. Venom Mags is elsewhere, so we need 3 people at 90, so we can have 2 30s. Ooh, this one will be tricky. It'll just be Daredevil, Songbird, and I'll just be down 5 points, basically. So yeah, this is exactly what this team is up here. Oh yeah, 295. I was already down 5 points. 285, 290. So you could go below. It's okay to go below the build total, as long as you're able to actually do something good with it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're just going below for no reason, then no, it's not good. It's bad. Any thoughts, questions so far? We're not done. Got plenty more to talk about and plenty more teams to build. Or packages to build. But any general Avengers thoughts? We're assembling the Avengers today. If you don't follow my Twitch channel, please go ahead and do so. I'm going to start working on actually updating the production of this a little bit. I'd like to have some music in the background or something, you know? Something to put us in a nice team building mood. And I plan on streaming team building at least once a week. Maybe flip it with some of the that new series I started about is it a meta? Maybe alternate between the two. Alright, so one person I haven't built a ton of teams for is Captain Marvel. I've got one here. I'm super thrilled with this team. I really like the potential of it. So let's put this one on the map, actually. I want to see it. I have not seen this yet. So, Venom Magneto. Where is she? Chewie, you come down. She's here. I don't have Peggy. Let's bring Peggy out. And once again, this is not the team I'm going with. You know, maybe I really like this team because it has so many Pogs on it. I don't have Becky Barnes. I'll have to, let me grab a Becky Barnes real quick. Because at my heart of hearts, I am a Pog player. I love, you know, I grew up in the age where people actually played with Pogs. I was young, though. I was pretty young. I remember my dad bought, like, a ton of Pogs, like, at flea markets or something, at a local mall or whatever, when they would do, like, flea market day or something, and I had a ton of Pogs. And I remember in, like, 4th grade, 3rd grade, this is, like, dating me a ton, but we'd go out and with our slammers and play, but I never really felt up to playing Pogs because I didn't really want to lose my Pogs. Because, you know, if you lose, you just give up the ones that flip over or something. I don't know if I actually learned how to play the game because I was just so afraid of losing my cool Pogs that I had earned. I traded Pogs with people, but I didn't just play them to lose. So yeah, let's put this team out here. So we got our Pogs, you know, the Widow's Initiate. It's not an Initiate, it's a Recruit, right? Widow's Recruit. We got Chewie. And then we got Becky. So that's cool. Our team consists of Venom Magneto. You're not at here. You're here. Songbird's here. And Wolverine's here. I think this is the team. Let me double check. Captain Marvel. Yep. Peggy Carter. Yep. Wolverine at 30. Yep. Daredevil. Happy Hogan. Oh, it's Happy Hogan instead of Songbird. Just kidding. Now, I do have a version where if I need to bust stealth, I can get 30-point Songbird in for Wolverine. It's a benefit of Wolverine and Songbird. They're the same points. So I use 60-point Songbird for my trade-ins, so I can instead use 60-point Wolverine to get to 30-point Songbird. So it all works out. So you're not here. Right now, we have Happy Hogan. This team, I believe, does have Waldo Arms. Yes, it's Waldo Arms and Becky. So let's see. We would do something like this. I think. Maybe move everybody down one. Yeah, something like that. And I'd make sure Waldo in this instance, as much as I'm tempted to put on Wolverine, I would definitely put it on 75-point Captain America or Peggy Carter. Or no, what am I talking about? I put it on Captain Marvel. Just kidding. I forgot this is the Captain Marvel build. Yeah, I would put it on Captain Marvel. 100%. Because there's some, like Captain Marvel, I know, she's been around forever. She's by far been in like the beta meta for a long time. Been around forever. She does the hypersonic. She goes through you. After resolution, she deals you 1 penetrating. But the idea of hypersonic punching for 4, 1 pen damage, potentially a Waldo punch, and then dropping a Chewie to flurry you sounds nice. That's a lot for a 95-point figure with Waldo Arms. So first turn, and once again, I'm not playing on this map. It's just what was out here. We'll talk about maps here in a second. First turn, I'll do that. I don't know if I would actually worry about attacking this first turn. Like, I don't know. It depends on if I won map or not. If I won map, first turn I'd equip, obviously. Second turn, I might go for the alpha. It would really, really, really depend on the matchup and how much barrier they have. But you could do the alpha here. I mean, oh, excuse me. Turn 2, power action TK. This gets a little trickier as far as carrying because I am limited on who I can carry, obviously. Like, none of these people can be carried. Or, I'm sorry, none of these people are able to carry. So, like, let me look at realms real quick. Once again, I have not put this version of the team on the field. So, like, Peggy doesn't fly or anything. Neither does Becky. Neither does Becky. Happy could carry 2, which one of them has to be Venom Magneto. Wolverine can't go. So, I mean, I have a ton of leadership, so I would just have to kind of waltz up. Feels kind of bad. That's why I'm almost wondering if instead the first play, like if I had this position more like this, the first play is more carry up whatever Magneto's movement is. His movement is a whopping 8. And he could free TK for the heck of it if he really wanted to. But basically just kind of waltz up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it'd be kind of the reverse. Build my stealth wall again. And then just have them come down. And just set up behind my stealth wall. And then turn 2, that's when I go. Like, she could probably go on her own, because her movement, I think, is 10. Everyone's got a 10 movement. Am I crazy? Let me see. 10 movement. 10 movement hypersonic. So from here, she would need the TK. So, I mean, I can finagle that a little bit. Maybe do something more like this. Or she carries Happy or something. I don't know. Once again, I'd really have to worry about positioning and maps. So we need to look at maps here in just a second. But this would still give me the 6 range TK and then go if I wanted. Or I could send Peggy out because I think she has a 5 range charge. So go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and get up there. I think his is probably a 4. I really need to have all these up. It's annoying having to keep going back and forth to look at the things. Yeah, I would really have to look at this one a little harder. A 5. He has a 5 charge. But, you know, roll for Waldo Arms. 4. So that's plus... That's in cap? Is that free in cap? You know what? Out of all the objects I've ever played, I've never played Waldo Arms. Like, just in general, I've just never played it. I played against it a ton, but I myself have never played it, so... But yeah, something like that. Most of these are very similar. I mean, I would probably... Let's just do this. Let's just do this. Let's look at maps. Let's just look at maps. So... Alpha is obviously going to be better on a 4x4 corner map. So that's your Iron Man workshops. That's the new map. What is the new map? It's not out there yet. Do I have Iron Man workshop? I do. Let's just try this one. Whoop. So let's just do this map. I don't know if I'd go here. But the 4x4 does obviously give you more range. I kind of like the new Latveria. which I don't think... Oh, it is out. Oh, kudos to Brian Dormer, man. You are on top of it. This other 4x4 is pretty good also, not gonna lie. Yeah, let's try it. Let's look at Latveria real quick. I really dig this map. If you haven't seen it, it's from the Storyline OP. Fantastic Four Storyline OP. Whoop. Does not have a ton of hindering. That's the only knock I have against it is does not have a lot of hindering. Like none hindering. But, I mean, position-wise, do something like this. Get Happy in a position to where he could carry 2 people. So, maybe something... something maybe like that. She could sidestep up to be carried, so... Yeah, this positioning's a little bit trickier. Hey Peter, what's up? Thanks for joining. So in this instance, I mean, I have the 6. So I'll just TK her, TK her, move her 6. Just move everybody up. And then free TK, move her 6 more. So we'll theoretically be able to get somewhere around here. So she could easily 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I like that. The only problem with this map is I just don't have the stealth places. But if I play this version with Songbird, which I probably would on this map, instead of Wolverine, because I think I can get there, then Songbird could just put her one little barrier out. So, I mean, I could protect half my team depending on where it is. This is such a good map. Like, this is a good map for a lot of teams. It's a corner map. It's got a ton of blocking on it. Got a little bit of water. Because I guess every Latveria has a fountain in the middle, probably with like a Doom statue. I'd have to look at the artwork. I have one of these. And it's just a little bit elevated. Just a little elevated. So this map might be on the list. Something with more walls, if I'm doing Captain Marvel, would be good to just hide. Something with a lot more hindering would be good also. Like, I'm not opposed necessarily to go to... what is it? Glen Cove? Do I have that one? I should have that one, right? What do you guys think about that? No blocking or anything. It's outdoors. Is this team one that I would want to go to Glen Cove? What is the map name? Before Glen Cove, the one I had a second ago was it's literally just called Latveria. That's it. Just Latveria. We have Latveria Village and Latveria. Not confusing in the least bit. And you can see it out here on HC Maps. Latveria. They have the other 3 storyline organized kits out here. So Blue Area of the Moon, Honeymoon Resort, which Latveria and Honeymoon Resort are the one, and then Realm of Death and Blue Area of the Moon's on the other. Realm of Death is pretty interesting. It's another one of these 4x4s, but look at it. Like, this is weird. Like, think about how bad this map could be for some people. Like, if whenever Ancient Hold or whatever rotates, this isn't a bad map for Thanos. I would think this is a good map for Thanos. This is a super weird map. But one thing, if you notice, what is one common element of all these maps recently? Well, that's an exception. These are all exceptions, but the storyline OP are not... shoot, what's the term? Symmetrical. They're not symmetrical. So there's a very clear benefit to being on one side as opposed to the other. This one, Honeymoon Resort, isn't bad either. It gives me a lot of hindering. Because the key thing I want, most likely, is hindering. Blocking would be nice. It's a bonus. Outdoor's a must, so that way I can at least run in and run out with Captain Marvel. So it has to be outdoor. But I want a lot of hindering. So Honeymoon Resort's on the list. No. Let's just go through some of these. That's indoors. These two are just so messed up. Maybe. No. Just on it. No. Maybe, but I really want to see, like, 3 hindering in a row. Like, close to this. So, no. Like, none of these have a lot of hindering on them. They do in spots. Oof, I've never seen this map before. You would think I had. Haunted Library. Outer World Castle. Krakoa. There we go. Now you're talking my language. Krakoa. Orange squares are blocking terrain that can't be destroyed, moved through, or have markers placed on them. Krakoa would be nice. I'm still in legal maps, right? Yeah. And Petunias, nah. Laverian Village, worse than the other one. No. Wait. Otherworld Castle, unfortunately, does not have a lot of hindering on it. Because I'll probably end up on it more often than not, right? If I'm playing against an X-Men team. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm looking at Glen Cove. No. Avengers Mansion. You know, we didn't get any more location bonuses. We really need an Avenger-based location bonus. We've gotten some Fantastic Four, Doom, Justice League, and all that, but we don't have any Avenger-based ones. We did before, obviously, with Earth X. We had some somewhat location bonus, but, you know, they need to keep doing that. Like, I considered this map Phoenix Nest because of the corners, but just not good enough. There's not enough hindering. Like, Hospital Hall honestly isn't that bad of an idea, but, like, because I like seeing, like, these lines of, over here. These 4 lines of hindering. Or shoot, WWE Arena's fine too, but it's indoors. I don't like that. But bring that bad boy back. Savage Land? Sentinel Factory? All these classics. Lombard Street? Come on, anybody got any suggestions? Because to me, I'm more... Because I don't have access to Smoke Cloud. I'm not playing the other Black Widow. So I do not have easy access to Smoke Cloud. Which, who knew I would be so sad to not have Smoke Cloud out of all abilities? I'm sad I don't have Smoke Cloud. So theoretically, they could take me to a map with no hindering, but there's not a ton of those. Definitely not a ton with no hindering and no blocking. So right now, if you were to tell me, yeah, what maps are you going to, I'd say probably Latveria and what was the other one? Glen Cove, probably. Glen Cove, and maybe one of these older ones. Just to give me a lot of hindering. Alright. Let's go back to the team builds. So this is a Captain Marvel build with Peggy. I don't know if I have a Captain Marvel build with Chase Widow yet. Let me see. What was this one again? Ooh. This is Shifting Widow. No. So let's build a team. Let's see if we can build a team real quick with Chase Widow and Peggy Carter. Or at least a version of it. Actually, the one I want to build first, before I even do that. So I want to try to make the golden team here. So we don't need any of this. That's all gone. I want both heavy hitters. Let's see if I can build both heavy hitters. I want Chase Widow at 100. I want Captain Marvel. Yeah, come on. At 95. That's 195, so Venom Magneto was up there. I had to end up with 6, so like Venom Magneto. And then it'd be like Daredevil, Songbird, and Wolverine or something. That might be too many points. 30, 30, 30. Yeah, that's too many points, so it can't happen, unfortunately. 100 plus 95. Ooh. Plus 95. Plus 25. Plus 35. Plus 30. Plus 30. Yeah, off by 15 points, so never mind. The dream team cannot happen. It's a penalty to having too many points, but that's okay. The dream team doesn't have to happen. Is there a scenario ever play Captain Marvel at 150? No, right? There's no way that I can make that work. She's not good at 150. These are the thoughts that you're seeing live, how it goes through my head. Is I'll just have these thoughts, hey, can I even play this at 100? Like Wolverine at 100? And no, that dial's not worth 150 by any means. Alright, so this dream's dead because there's absolutely no way I can make this work. Because I have to, each team will end up with 6 figures, regardless. Oh wait, no, I am very close. Happy Hogan. What am I doing? That's very close. I'm 5 points off. That actually makes me kind of sad. 15 points I could deal with. 5 points just makes me sad. Though I could lose points in switch outs. So, all right. I'm wondering now if I can make this happen. Place your bets now. Am I going to turn into one of those Twitch channels where you bet? I don't even know how you do betting, but that'd be cool. Can I actually make this work? All right. So my first team, first thing would be Captain America. I have Steve Rogers, 50. And I have Prime Marvel I could get rid of as well at 50. I think it's incredibly unlikely that I could get Waldo Arms and Peggy Carter. I could not get both. So let's not deal with Peggy. That'd give me 90. 90 would get me... Yeah, that's not good. Go 100 points. Give me 75 for 3. I could maybe do... No, for 2. Let's try this. Chase Widow, 100. So that leaves us with 75 to work with. So I don't have to worry about Venom Mags, but I have to add 2. So Songbird. Oh, it doesn't have to be any of these. Just 2. And I have to lose 5 points, potentially. So 70. So a 50. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait. No, wait. Hold on. This is why I struggle with this. Let me pull up a calculator. This is why I said this is the most complicated team. Minus 50 is 40. Ugh. Don't do this to me. Songbird? Really? Okay. So I might be able to get Superior Spider-Man at 85. Peggy Carter at 50. And then Songbird at 30. Because this team right here is 3 of 5, so it's slightly off. This right here is 165. This right here is 175. I'm obviously going to get rid of... we'll say Wolverine here, because I'll probably want to end up with Songbird. So we'll say that. So we've got these 2. Oh no, that's the problem. That's 3 people, and I've got 2 more to get rid of. So this has to be Songbird, because I want to keep Songbird. So now I get rid of Superior Spider-Man, Peggy, Captain America at 40, and Steve Rogers at 50. So I don't lose points here. This won't work because I can't actually lose points. I could if I didn't play Peggy. Or I played Peggy at 75. Not Superior is more important. So let's see. 85 plus 50 plus 40 plus 50. 225. So that would... minus 95 is 30 for 2 people. Yeah, no. Can't do it. This doesn't work this way. I would have to almost... to almost go like Songbird at 30 and Daredevil at 25. I'd be down by like 35 points. But I no longer have Peggy. So this is now once. No, I can't even do it that way. Oh, this one's a tricky one. Any suggestions from the audience? I don't even know how many people are watching right now. We've got a couple people. But this one's definitely a tricky one. I don't know if I can exactly get both of these on there. I was hoping I could somehow undercut one of them. Let me try it without worrying about Superior. So this is 175. That gives me 80 to work with. Or 75 to work with. So let's try building it like I had it a second ago. Go 100 and then 175. We go Songbird. Daredevil? I guess that makes sense. And then this will be just a complete switch up, which would be Captain Marvel 95. So that give me 80 points. $80. I'm not crazy, right? Does this actually work? 80 points would give me... No, this doesn't work. Something's... I don't have this here. That's where the problem is. Yeah, the problem is I can't trade any of these people out. So in order for this to work, I'd have to like give up Songbird at 30. So this would be 70, 120. And so I would only have 25 points to work with to get 2 people in. So yeah, it still doesn't work. Bummer. Because I don't have really anything up in the arsenal. Unless... Let's get a little crazy. And sometimes I like just... Stay and leave Thursday. Oh, neat. Sometimes I like to just throw numbers in there just to see. So let's try Peggy Carter, 75. Let's try Wolverine at 60. You might be thinking, why? And it's like, all right, I'm at 175. This puts me at 135. I can now play Songbird at 30. And then now I'm getting rid of Peggy Carter, 75, Wolverine. Come on, I can type. Wolverine at 60. No, that still doesn't come close. Does not come close. So I guess the dream of getting both of them is impossible. Maybe not impossible, but improbable. There might be some sort of combo. Like if I went 40 here instead, that'd be 140. 140 minus 95 is 45. So if I did this, $45 would get me Happy Hogan, 20, and Daredevil, 25. And that would mean I'm left with 75 Captain America, Okay, so no matter which way I do it, I'm still 5 points off to do the build that I want to do here. I was hoping somehow I could lose points and be okay, but no, it doesn't work that way. I'd have to somehow gain points, which isn't possible. Alright, so the Dream Team's dead, unfortunately. I could still play Chase Widow, Captain Marvel if I get rid of Venom Magneto, which is fine. So I would end up adding more points, so adding, I don't know, Venom Magneto here, 35. That would get me Superior Spider-Man at 85. And then I have 90 points for the last 3. So that would be 90 points, though. So I can't do 75. I don't have anyone with 40. I do have a 50. But that'd still be too many points. See, did I not say... I've said this multiple times now. Is this not the most complicated, stupid team? I mean, it's not stupid, per se, but it is definitely... it's definitely something else, I could tell you that. Alright, I'll have to play around with the Chase Widow and Captain Marvel. I might not be that far off. Problem is I don't have enough low... I don't think I have enough low point options on my sideline. Because I have 230... Oh, I have 230s. I already had that factored in, though. Wait. 90 points, 2 30s and a 25. Oh, yeah, 2 30s and a 25. Yeah, so Songbird, 30, Daredevil, and Wolverine. I lose 5 points total. Okay, and now I've got Superior Spider-Man. At 85. And those two? Oh, why'd I even do it this way? That's fine. I did it this way. That's fine. 95, that would need to be... Damn. 15 point figure. Ooh. Let's try it this way instead. Rough. 175. So that gives me 90 to play with 2 figures. So that could be Peggy. 40. I think the only way this works is if I don't lose any. Because then I go down to Peggy Carter at 50. So 190, 260, this is 65 points. Wolverine and Daredevil? I don't have Taxi. I mean, Captain Marvel can move people up. Oh, I have Peggy at 40. That's my problem. 65. So, oh no, it's still fine. It still works. So the first swap would be Captain America, Steve, and Prime Marvel. So 175. Switch it out for Superior, Peggy Carter at 50, and Songbird. So that puts me at 165. So Songbird's on the team. I'm missing somebody. Something's not right in here. Something... Oh, I got Captain America twice. That's what's not right. That's why this doesn't work. See, I've been doing this so long today that now I'm confused. And I gotta get builds in tomorrow. Well, I can figure out that... I think this is where I'm settled on the team, to be honest. I think the pieces are here. I just need to put all the packages together, but the packages aren't on the build sheet. So... the team is there. Maps are a lot closer, but I think this is the team. I like the option of Peggy Carter. I like the option of Becky being out there. I like having Waldo arms. Daredevil is just sweet in general. I just might not be able to get all the packages I want, but you know, once War of the Realms comes out, that'll be a little bit better. But I'm pretty solid on this team. What do you guys think? The two of you or however many that are here. Amongst all the fake ones. I'm sure there were a lot of ramblings from a madman just now. But that's kind of my world with this Avengers team. So the team I'm about to put on a list and then send it over to Coffee and Clicks most likely is Captain America at 75, Captain America 40, 2 Steve Rogers, Captain Marvel at 50, Venom Magneto 35. Pretty confident the build is Superior Spider-Man, Wolverine, Songbird, Chase Widow, Daredevil, Shifty Widow, Captain Marvel, Happy Hogan, and Peggy Carter. Peggy was a late addition. I think having the little Pog is worth something for sure. There's just not enough Avengers. I mean, if there's another Avenger with a lot of good like clicks or something, like not named Ghost Rider, but like a lot lower clicks. Oh, there's even a 75-point Daredevil, you know? I never actually noticed that. I could put him at 75. I don't know if I'd ever play him at 75, but I could. Monica's another one. No, just I don't like it. Marvel, no. We talked about Beast before. Like, these are all just too expensive. Venom Doctor Strange has some unique point values. I know some people like Black Leopard at 50. I don't because of the line of fire. But I'm just seeing if there's anybody else with multiple point lines that just makes sense. And like Thor may have been the closest, because I had talked about playing 75-point Thor before. This time last week, I think. But I think that's all I got to work with, really. There's a Fast Forces Black Panther. Oh, yeah, he doesn't do much. So, yeah, I think this is the team I'm going with. That sideline. I'll figure out the rest of the packages and then start practicing more. No trouble alerts. That's probably one thing you guys are thinking, which is honestly okay because I'm terrible with trouble alerts. If it is one of the negative things about my HeroClix playing is I often forget they exist. And half of my sideline is filled with them. That might be a little bit of inspiration why I'm playing this particular team. Maybe not. But yeah, I'm probably going to wrap it up there. For anybody that's still watching or for anybody that is watching on YouTube later. This is my Avengers team for this Coffee and Clicks event. I'll have a ton of packages that I'll have typed up, hopefully. But this will probably be kind of like we talked about doing a live stream with Clickstoff. I'm talking about Avengers Switch Out. I think my live streams will probably suffice for that because the rest of the guys aren't that interested in building Avengers. Like I said, it's kind of a nightmare to build. Doesn't mean it isn't fun. Like, I'm excited to have the options. But any questions before I end the stream tonight? Yay, nay? Oh, someone else joined? Who else joined? No idea, I can't see. But yep, that's pretty much it for the stream. I appreciate you guys for watching. I might do another one later this week. I'll get back to playing some video game streams at some point also. But if you haven't followed me on Twitch, please do so. Follow me on Facebook. I'll be working on updating the stream looks and whatnot a bit. Because I don't just do HeroClix stuff. But with that, I think I'll end the stream, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on YouTube. Everybody else, have a good night.